Okay. All right, let's get started with a little standing warm up. So feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. We'll just start with some squats to warm up. So you can modify, keep them as small as you need to. Just a little squat down and back up. Squat down and up. You can go down a little deeper if that's comfortable, or you could keep them up higher. If you make your stance a little narrower, that's gonna make a little more work for your quads, as well as a little bit more work for core. And it can also be a slightly easier position to keep your legs aligned, your knees aligned, the narrower stance versus the wide stance. It's a little easier to let the knees go in here in the wider stance. Let's go 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then squat down to whatever is your kind of challenge height, where your knees, hips, everything's still comfortable. You're gonna bring your arms out to a T like that. And then just hold your squat. We're gonna warm up the arms, just little circles here with the arms. Whichever way you wanna start. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then switch for 6. Actually, we started a little earlier. So now let's start our 6 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax the arms, stand up tall. Let's bring hands back to your hips, come back into a squat. Then you're gonna hold it there. Keep your hips still, lift one heel up, and then set it down. And then lift the other heel, and set it down. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Again, you can modify range of motion coming up a little bit higher if you need to. Just trying to keep your hips from swaying or hiking. Hey, Mom, do you think you could use headphones? There's, my AirPods are upstairs on the nightstand. Sorry, guys. My mom's been doing all my classes with me, which has been awesome. Let's do one more each way. Oh, my legs are in stand up tall. Whew. Give your legs a little wiggle. And then let's try some double heel raises. So back down into your squat. Hands to hips. And you're gonna lift both heels, lower both heels. Lift both heels, lower. Try to keep your hips low as you do this, so it's not an up and down like that. It's just the heels up and down. Just the heels up and down. Let's go 4, 3, oh, it burns, 2, and 1 more. Whew. Set your heels down, walk your legs in, and then give them a little shake out. Oh boy. All right, back to that wide stance. Let's get the upper body warmed up a little bit more. So you're gonna drop your arms down to the floor. Take a little bounce. Inhale, sweep the arms up, stand up tall. Exhale, drop the arms, little bounce. Inhale, sweep them up, stand up tall. Little bounce, press through the feet, sweeping the arms up, bounce, and up. Bounce, inhale up. Exhale, bounce, inhale up. Let's go 3, stand tall, 2, stand tall, and 1, stand tall. Stay standing tall, grab a hold of your right wrist. Oh, stretch up and over to the left side. Nice big stretch through this whole right hand to right foot line. By the way, I'll be mirroring you, so when I say right, I'm talking about your right, and I'll be moving my left. Grab your left wrist, stretch up and over to your right side. And as long as you're switching sides, you're fine. If I say right, you do left. You make sure to do the left when I say right, you're fine. And then come back up to center. Drop the arms down and you can walk your legs in. Let's do some shoulder circles, just loosening up the shoulders. Circling the shoulder blades up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Or whichever direction was easier for you to start. You want to try to feel your shoulder blades moving on your rib cage. Let's do one more in that direction. And then you'll switch back, up, forward, and down. Or whichever was the opposite of what you were doing before. Just letting the neck stay fairly relaxed. Some of the muscles that move your shoulder blades do run through the back of the neck. So a little bit of movement there, a little bit of contraction is fine. And then relax that. Give your shoulders, give your head a little loosey-goosey out. And then we'll do a little bit more head mobilization. So you're just gonna do a little ear to shoulder, ear to other shoulder, ear to shoulder, ear to other shoulder. Just seeing how easeful you can make this movement. Feeling a little stretch through the sides of your neck. Oh, let's just do that one more each way. And then back to center. Then we'll take that into a little head circle. So let's drop your right ear to your shoulder. Nod your chin towards your chest. Circle left ear to shoulder. And then a little gaze upward. 2 more in that direction. Ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. Ear to left shoulder, little gaze upward. One more time. Ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. Ear to left shoulder, little gaze upward. And then we'll switch. Ear to left shoulder, chin to the chest. Ear to right shoulder, little gaze upward. Chin to, ear to the left shoulder, chin to chest. Ear to right shoulder, gentle gaze up. One more time. Ear to shoulder, chin to chest. Ear to other shoulder, gentle gaze up. Let's grab your hands behind your back. You can do this kind of inner, oh, you guys can see me that way too. So a little interlocked clasp like that. And then don't push your arms back yet. Just start to reach your knuckles to the floor. And as you do that, I want you guys to think of letting the back of your shoulder and arm drop to the floor. The front of your shoulder and arm kind of rolls towards the ceiling. So there's more of this like spiraling like that versus just a direct downward movement. So you're letting the front of the shoulder joints, especially the chest muscles, your bicep muscles, we'll call them the biceps of your forearms and your fingers, and get a little more of a stretch. You can try a little ear to shoulder here. And then release that clasp. Just take the awkward clasp, the opposite finger in front. And then again, same thing, just start to reach downward. And you can maybe think of reaching the pinky side of your hands to the floor, the pinkies to the floor a little more than the first fingers. And I'm trying to keep my ribs tucked in. Again, you can do a little ear to shoulder. Hi, Mom. Ear to shoulder. And then you can relax and give that a little shake out. Get your feet warmed up a little more. So feet hip joint distance apart, and we'll do a little bit of running in place. So let's start with one heel lifted up high. Press the floor away, switch heels. Lift and switch, lift and switch. So it's just like what we do on the reformer. In fact, you've got a little bit more weight here. This is a little more weighted than on the reformer, unless you're doing like all springs on the reformer. So it's working the sole of your foot, your calf muscles. If we were to do like 100 of these, you would definitely feel the work start to climb up the back of your leg, all the way up to like the crease of your seat. And you may feel that now, that's totally fine. As you do these, you want to keep your movement just directly up and down, directly up and down. So you're minimizing any forward, backward shift or any side to side shift, right? That hula movement in the hips you're trying to minimize. Let's go. 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1, and 1. You can set your feet down and then give your legs a little shake out. And step your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders again, and we're gonna take it into a little lunge series. So you're gonna pivot to your left side. You're gonna turn all 10 toes to your left, and then adjust your feet as needed so you've got space in the right to left direction here. We're gonna take a little lunge stretch and Achilles and hamstring stretch. So we'll start to bend into your front knee. You're gonna come into a lunge. You could do hands on your hips like this. If it's sounding like fairly easeful and accessible to your body this morning, you could bring your hands to the floor. Straighten your back leg and reach back through your heel. You should feel a stretch in your straight leg hip in front. And then from here, you'll straighten your front leg out, straighten the back leg out, and you'll come into this pyramid type of pose. And again, it's okay to be up here, right? You can be here, up a little higher, or you could even adjust yourself and hang on to some furniture. Let's do the lunge again. You're gonna bend your front leg, come into your lunge. Again, you can have hands on furniture, or hands on the wall even, if being down that low isn't super comfy. And then straighten your front leg. You should feel a stretch in the back of your leg, especially this front leg. And then definitely in like the calf area, lower shin area of your back leg. Do that one more time. Lunge stretch. And then you'll come back to that pyramid stretch one more time. Oh. And then you can take a little bend in your front leg. You're gonna come upright, pivot back to the front, and then we'll pivot to the other side. So angle yourself to your right. Lunge into your front leg. Again, you can come a little more upright. You could do hands on your furniture, hands on the wall. And then you'll straighten your front leg out, coming into more of that pyramid pose. Cool. Big stretch through your Achilles here. Especially my right Achilles has been so tight through this quarantine. I don't know why. Maybe I'm holding all my coronavirus fears in those muscles. And then you're gonna bend your front leg, go back into your lunge. And then straighten the front leg out, come back into that pyramid stretch. Let's do that one more time. Lunge into the front leg. Supporting your weight with the front leg. And then straighten the front leg out, come back into that pyramid, hamstring and Achilles stretch. And then take a little bend in that front leg. You're gonna come upright and then pivot back to the front. Walk your legs in and then give them a little shake out. All right, you guys can lay on your back and we'll do a little core warm up, a little glute warm up. I'm just having some tea real quickly. Oh. Okay, laying on your back. And let's start with hands behind head, deciding where to go so you guys can see me. All right, hands behind head. Let's bring your elbows away from the floor so you can see them in the corners of your eyes. We'll start with a regular curl to start. As you exhale, curl, inhale, lower. Exhale, curl, inhale, lower. Exhale to curl, inhale to lower. Gliding your front ribs down to the floor. Try to bury your front ribs into the floor, and then you'll glide them downward towards your front hip bones. Let's go 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Curl up, hold it there. Let's do some marching. March your left leg to tabletop, then set it down. March your right leg to tabletop, and then set it down. Left leg up, set it down. Oh, right leg up, set it down. Left leg up, set it down. Right leg up, set it down. 2 more each way. Right leg and down. Last time each way. Left leg and down. Right leg and down. Ooh, lower down and take a couple breaths. All right, we're gonna add a little twist into that, getting into the obliques a little bit more. So hands behind head. Next exhale, curl up. Hold your curl. You're gonna take a little twist towards your right hip and then lower back halfway to center. Curl a little twist to the left hip, lower to center. Curl a little twist right, lower center. Oh, curl a little twist left, lower center. Once more each way. Curl a little twist right, lower center. Curl a little twist left, and lower center. Woo. Take a couple of breaths there. And we're gonna add that twist into a marching movement. So I'll show you once. It's just a little bit of coordination. It's one where if you think about it too much, you're gonna lose it. So right now I'm prepping myself to do this and I'm like, just don't think, just do it, just do it. So I'll show you, then I'll talk you through it. There we go. I lied. Okay, so we're doing that same marching movement. We're doing the same kind of bicycle or oblique curls, your rotational curls. So as you pull your left leg up to, you're gonna start with your chest down. As you pull your left leg up to tabletop, you'll take a curl twist towards that hip. And then the same thing on the other side. So let's start now. Exhale, pull your knee up, curl, twist towards your bent knee, back down to center. Exhale, knee up, curl, twist towards it, and back to center. Exhale, curl, twist. Inhale, center. Make sure you're alternating. Exhale, curl, twist, back to center. Curl, twist towards your bent knee, back to center. Curl, twist towards your bent knee, back to center. Let's go 2 and 2. Oh, it's getting hard. And 1 and 1. Whew, lower down. Let's take a couple breaths there. Whew. Oh, all right. Let's walk your feet about as wide as the mat. Nice wide feet here. Take a little sway, drop knees to one side. If you want to do arms out in a T, you can do that for a little chest stretch. You can also do cactus arms if you don't have the space. I'm realizing, I think, so we made a pot roast for Easter dinner last night, and I think that was like the first animal meat meal that I've had since lockdown, and maybe even longer than that. You guys can bring your legs up to center and then sway them to the other side. So I'm like thinking in my head, maybe I'm feeling a little heavier, a little more low energy today because of that. Just trying to make an excuse for why everything feels so hard today. And then you guys can bring your legs back up to center. Let's make your legs as straight as you can towards the ceiling. A little bend in the knee is just fine. Just make sure your knees are over your hip creases. We're gonna do a little single leg stretch, option to do it in a curl, option to do it with your head down. So the movement looks like this. Making sure I'm not gonna kick my computer. You drop one leg down, you pulse the other leg in towards your chest twice. Pulse, pulse, and then you switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. So you can keep doing it like that with your head down, using your arms to help pulse your legs in. You can also do it in a curl, holding your head and pulsing your leg in without your arm, or you can do it in a curl, pulsing your leg in with the arm. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. So it's a blow, blow, sniff breath. Blow, blow, sniff breath. Blow, blow, sniff. 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 Last time, blow, blow, sniff. And then you guys can lower down, give your knees a little hug in towards your chest. You can do a little rock side to side. And then you're gonna make your legs again as straightish as you can towards the ceiling. Let's start with your arms out in a T position like this. So, actually I lied. You're gonna start with your knees bent like so. And then just like you were a lady sitting in a dress, cross right leg over left. And if you can't do that right, this is just fine too. I've got my shins crossed over. I don't know if you can see that. Otherwise, you're gonna try to cross your thighs over. So keeping this kind of mid-rib cage area, like right where a bra band or a heart rate monitor would rest, you're gonna keep that anchored to the mat, rotate your legs to your left. I have my right leg crossed over, my legs are going left. So opposite leg on top. Then I'm gonna do like a little fan kick. So I kick my right leg up, I kick my left leg up. I sweep them to the right, and then I switch my cross. Yep, left leg, bend, cross. Right leg, left leg, bend, cross. So it's a fan kick over and over. Keep doing this, guys. If this is a little too much coordination, it's not making sense. So what you can do is be in your tabletop position. You'll just rotate your legs in one direction. You're gonna straighten your top leg, straighten your other leg, circle, and then tabletop to the other side. Straighten, straighten, bend, bend. Straighten, straighten, bend, bend. Straighten, straighten, bend, bend. Again, you can do the crossing of the leg if you'd like. Let's just do one more time each way. And then come back to center. So now we're gonna try that in a curl. Hands behind head. Everyone will curl up first. Hold that curl. Either take the cross of your legs or just bring your legs to the left. Then you're gonna fan kick, cross, cross. Fan kick, cross, cross. Fan kick, cross, cross. Fan kick, bend, bend, also option. Fan kick, bend, bend. Fan kick, bend, bend, or cross, cross. Fan kick to the other side. Fan kick, other side. One more time each way. Oh, last time. And then lower down. Whew, take some breaths. Let's take a little figure 4 stretch. Oh, that gets our abductors like sneakily warmed up, the side butt a little bit. Still cross one shin over your opposite thigh. You guys can hug it in like I'm doing, or you can just rest this foot on the floor. This is a little too intense. Let's switch legs. You guys can uncross your legs, and we'll do a little more oblique works. So hopefully everybody has some sort of flooring mat situation where you can slide a little bit. If not, so I'll show you guys what you're gonna do. You'll be in a curl, and you're gonna be side bending like this. So I am on my back, and it's essentially just this movement, right? I'm hiking my hip and my shoulder towards each other like that. If you're on something really sticky, if you've got like a hardwood or some sort of slick wood surface, if you just bring your hips off of your mat onto the slick surface, that should help. I'm on a carpet and it's still like slidey enough. It's not so much that you have to create that side bend movement. As long as you're able to move enough to feel the effort of your muscles trying to do that, you should be good. So let's do legs to tabletop, hands behind head. Again, elbows away from the floor so you can see them in the corners of your eyes. And as you exhale next, you'll curl up. Hold your curl. You're gonna slide your hips and your ribs on your right side towards each other, and then center. Then hips and ribs on the left towards each other, and then back. Side bend right, and back. Side bend left, and back. Armpit to hip, and back. Armpit to other hip, and back. Armpit to hip, and back. Armpit to other hip. Once more each way. Armpit to hip, and then lower down. All right, let's take a quick little stretch here. So straighten right leg up to the ceiling. Straighten your left leg out on the mat if you can. Flex your left foot, and you're gonna try to press your left leg down. I'm feeling a little bit of a hip flexor stretch in the front of my left hip, in addition to the pretty obvious hamstring stretch, calf stretch on the right side. And then we'll switch sides. Straightening the right leg out on the mat. Again, you're gonna press it downward towards the floor, creating a little stretch in the front of the right hip, in addition to that hamstring stretch, on the left side. All right, you guys can set your feet down. We're gonna do a little bridging here. Let's do feet about hip joint distance apart, with your feet planted right underneath your knees. I always like to do bridging with my arms up, maybe not always, but frequently like to do bridging with my arms up to the ceiling. It's my little, sneaky trick to help keep my shoulders, my neck, and my chest relaxed here, or at least working in the way that they should here. So you can optionally do this. You can also just rest your arms on the floor, whatever you like best. And let's do an articulating bridge. So as you exhale, you're gonna start to imprint your spine. Start to hug your abdominals and your spine flat into the floor. You'll start to peel your hips away from the floor, rolling yourself up into a straight line from your knees to the base of your ribs. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale, roll down, melt the belly button down, melt the low back down, the hips, and the tailbone at the end. Again, exhale, imprint the spine. This is your time to engage the abdominals. Hug the tummy flat into the floor. Start to press into your heels as you articulate up, like you're pulling your knees up and over your toes, landing in that straight line from knees to base of the ribs. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale to roll down. Belly button to the mat, low back, and then hips. Again, exhale, roll up. Feeling the work in the back of the legs and the glutes. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll down. Abdominals peel you down. You're going to try to fight it with the back of the legs the whole time. And then relax at the bottom. Let's do 2 more like that. Exhale to articulate up. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale to roll down. And 1 more time. Exhale, roll up. And then hold it in your bridge. Everybody will reach their arms up to the ceiling if you didn't already have them up. And now keep your left arm up. Bend your right arm out to the side, kind of like you're doing a chest stretch or a chest press. Then you're going to externally rotate your right arm, knuckles to the floor. And then internally rotate your right arm, palm towards the floor. Externally rotate right arm, knuckles towards the floor. Internally rotate, palm towards the floor. Let's do that twice more. Try to keep your bridge still. Externally rotate. And then internally rotate. 1 more time. Externally rotate. Internally rotate. And then reach your arm back up. Other side. Bend your left elbow out to the side. And then you'll externally rotate. Knuckles to the floor. Internally rotate. Palm towards the floor. Externally rotate. Knuckles to the floor. Internally rotate. Palm towards the floor. 2 more times. Externally rotate. Internally rotate. Externally rotate. Internally rotate. And then back up. Reach it back up and then roll down. Give your knees a little hugging towards your chest. Oh. And then we'll do 1 more bridge here, challenging your lateral slings, right? That right to left stabilizer muscles a little bit more. So let's keep your arms down for this one. Take a breath in. And again, as you exhale, roll up into your bridge. And then once you're in your bridge, you're going to shift your weight into your left leg. Straighten the right leg to the ceiling. Keep your leg straight, lower it down towards the floor, up to the ceiling. Down any amount, up to the ceiling. 2 more times like that. Oof. 1 more time. Bring it up, set your foot down. Take a minute to square your hips. Shift your weight into your right foot. And then you'll reach that left leg up to the ceiling. Keep it straight, lower it towards the floor, back up to the ceiling. Towards the floor, back up to the ceiling. 2 more like that. Up, and last one, down, and up. Set your foot down, roll down. Whew. 1 more time, let's take a knees to chest stretch. You can do a little rock side to side with your legs. You can circle. Oh. And then 1 more hamstring stretch. I can tell this is gonna be tight. I was hesitant to bring my leg up. Straightening your leg. You can grab behind your thigh or your shin on your straightened leg. Firm your thigh as much as you can. Make sure you're making that space behind the knee nice and long. Why? Why am I getting tighter, man? All right, let's switch legs. Oh. Reaching up through the heel, keeping the front of the thigh firm. One more breath here. And then you can relax that. You guys can help yourselves up from there. And let's come to a tabletop position or a hands and knees position. I'm gonna have some liquid so my mouth doesn't dry up while you guys come into your position. You wanna bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So I'll do this so you guys don't have to stare at my butt the whole time. And let's do a few rounds of cat-cow or cat-camel. So shoulders away from ears. And as you inhale, arch the spine, draw your shoulders away from ears. Exhale, lift through the abdominals, round your spine, stretching the lower back. Again, inhale, arch the spine, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, lift through the navel, long spine, stretching the back body. Let's continue like this, however your breath cycle is most comfortable. So you're inhaling as you stretch the front of your body, exhaling as you stretch the back body. Let's do 3 more rounds like that. 2 more rounds. And 1 more. And then come back to your neutral position. And we're gonna take a little wider stance, tabletop position. So the movement is, I'll show you the movement. So it's like a slightly more mobile or more movement-oriented version of cat-cow. So you're moving into this kind of child's posy type position. You don't have to sit that far back, right? Just go as far back as your knees and hips are happy with it. Then from there, you articulate your spine, you're rounding forward. You kind of come to neutral, and then you move into your camel or your arched position. And then you use the abdominals, lift through the navel, round your spine, and you'll pull your body back to whatever child's pose feels comfortable. And then articulate forward, unfurl your spine forward to neutral, and then to your cow. And you'll exhale, scoop the navel and round. Move back any amount, child's posy-like position. Articulate forward. Inhale, arch into your camel or your cow pose. Exhale, lift through the navel, round. Press back, big back stretch here. Articulate forward, cow or your camel. Again, exhale, lift through the navel, round back. Inhale forward. Coming to your cow. Exhale, lift. Round back. Stretching the back body. Inhale forward. And back to your cow. Let's come back to neutral. You can narrow your stance once more. Give your wrist breaks whenever you guys need them. You can always sit upright. And we'll do a little bird dog, so opposite arm and leg reach. See, I have enough space here, yeah. Okay. All right, so reaching opposite arm and leg, keeping the rest of your body as stable as you can. You can use your inhale to reach and exhale to set down. Inhale to reach, exhale to set down. Keep alternating limbs, and as you do this, it can be helpful to have a gazing point on the floor, which is slightly out ahead of you, that's centered and not moving. Our eyes guide our spine, so if we can stabilize our gaze, makes it a little easier to stabilize the spine. You'll reach and in. Again, reach and in. One more time till we're even, reach and in. And then we'll reach. I'm looking to see if I have space with my furniture here. So you're gonna reach opposite arm and leg, hold it there, move them away from each other out to the side, and then center. So right arm goes right, left arm goes left, or vice versa, and center. Out to the side and center. Nothing else moves, and center. 2 more. Out to the side, center, out to the side, center, and then set them down. Let's do the other side. The other opposite arm and leg reach. You'll reach them out to the side and center. Out to the side and center. Out to the side and center. Nothing else moves. And center. 2 more. And 1 more. Bring it in and set it down. You guys can sit back, take a child's pose, or just sit up. Give your wrists a little rest when we're removing your arm and your leg. Your wrists take almost double the weight, so it can be a little wrist intensive there. Oh, it's getting warm. It's going to be a really nice day today. All right, we're going to do 1 more variation on that opposite arm and leg reach. So it will look like this. So I'm still doing opposite arm and leg. I'm just bending them the only way that they can really bend, trying to maintain the stability of the rest of my body. So we're gonna do 5 on each side. So you'll come back to your tabletop position. Again, as you inhale, reach your opposite arm and leg. Doesn't matter which one you start with. Everything else stays still. Bend your knee and elbow and back out. So you're bending knee to elbow, elbow to hip. and back out. You're gonna do 3 more. Knee to elbow, elbow to hip, 2 more, and 1 more. Oh. And then set it all down. Let's switch sides. Other opposite arm and leg out. Knee to elbow, reach it back out. Knee to elbow, elbow to hip, back out. We got 3 more. And 2. And 1. Bring it in, set everything down. Nice work, guys. You guys can, again, either child's pose. You can sit up, give your wrists a little roll out. And then I just want to take like a little seated stretch. I feel like my hips and my side body need it. So I'm going to sit in this butterfly position. If this is comfy for you, you can take this seat. If not, prop your butt up a little bit, either by folding your mat up, or if you have some pillows that are accessible, you can do that. You can also have your feet out further away from you. They don't need to be in super close at all. So I'm going to set my right hand to the side on the floor. I'm going to set my left hand on my inner thigh, my inner left thigh, and then I'm going to press away and twist away. And I feel a stretch in the outside of this hip that I'm pressing onto. A little shoulder stretch, a little back and side stretch too. And then you can come back to center. You're going to switch sides, palm to the floor, other palm to your thigh, press and twist away. And then you can come back to center, and we're going to do some mermaid stretches. I'm going to add like a little sprinkle of something fun in the middle of it, because I feel like I'm teaching these a lot, so I need to just do something to mix it up a little bit, but it's also just one of my favorite ways to stretch out the side body. So you can take your classical mermaid sit, if this is comfy on knees and hips, one shin bent in front, the other swept behind. Cross-legged is fine, and then sitting like this is fine as well, just whatever is most comfortable on your knees and hips and allows you to sit fairly upright. So you're gonna place your hand out to the side, opposite of which way your feet are going, if you've got the Z-sit. If you don't have the Z-sit, it doesn't really matter. And then other arm out to the side with your palm up. As you inhale, you're gonna side bend, and exhale, come back up. Again, inhale, side bend, and exhale, back up. Continue like that. As you do this, you should feel a big stretch in the top side of your body. And then you feel some work through your abdominals, especially the obliques, right? Supporting your weight so that you're not just collapsing into your floor side arm and shoulder. Do that 2 more times. And 1 more, you're gonna hold it there, rotate towards the floor, set your top palm down, widen the other palm, and then just keep walking it out, walking your palms out, walking your palms out, just as far as it feels like a nice stretch through your back. Keep lifting through the abdominals, keep your shoulders relaxed. You can just hold it there for a few breaths. If you're in your Z-sit, you're gonna lean forward a little more and pulse your back leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your leg down. 1 more stretch here. Walk your hands back. Rotate back to the front, taking that top arm off. And then you guys can come on up and we'll switch sides. So open your palm up to the ceiling. Inhale, take your side bend, and exhale, back up. Again, inhale, bend towards the floor, and exhale, back up. Allowing that top hip to stay relaxing away from your shoulder. It doesn't need to completely be on the mat, just as long as the muscles between that and your hip, and your ribs, are fairly soft. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more, hold it there. Rotate towards the floor, plant your top hand down, and then widen your other hand. Then you're gonna walk your hands out, walking them out, getting a nice stretch through the back body. Yeah. And then if you're in your Z-sit, hinge forward a little bit, and then lift that back leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Walk your hands back. Rotate back open, taking that arm off. And then come all the way up. All right, you guys are gonna sweep your legs out ahead of you. You can keep them pointing straight ahead. I'm just doing this so you guys can see. And we'll do a little seated spine stretch. So again, a little bend in your knees is fine. Knees out to the side like that is fine as well, just as long as you can get up on your sit bones. And you'll reach your arms straight out ahead like so. Everybody will flex their feet if they can. And as you exhale, lift the abdominals. You're gonna round and reach towards your toes like you're rounding up and over a giant beach ball. And then you'll roll, sit back up to stack. Again, exhale. Lift through the navel, round up and over your giant imaginary beach ball, and roll back up to stack. Let's do 3 more like that. Exhale, lift and round. Inhale, back up. Again, exhale, lift, round, and reach. Oh, my back is so tight. And back up. 2 more. Round and reach. And back up 1 more time. Round and reach. And then back up. All right. Bend your knees, plant your hands back behind you. We're gonna do a little bit of core work. Your legs will be going out and in, so you guys can make any adjustments you need to with furniture. I am learning to say that. I don't always say that, but now I'm starting to remember, oh, okay, if we're gonna move things around a lot, I need to make you guys aware so that if you have to move your setup a little bit, you guys have some time or at least a heads up to do that. So it's going to be kind of like a little teaser boat pose combination and movements. So with your hands back behind you, bring your feet up into like a half teaser, a bent knee teaser, 1 at a time. And then you can use your arms to support you a little. You're gonna lower halfway, straighten the legs as much as you can, pull them back in, come back up. Exhale, reach them out. Inhale, pull them in. You can continue moving like that. You can lighten your weight on your hands, or maybe take your arms off. Exhale to lower. Inhale to pull up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to pull up. You've got 3 and 2. Oh, woo, and 1. Pull, hold it. Grab a hold of your right leg. See if maybe you can straighten it a little. Don't drop it. Bend, switch. Grab a hold of the left leg. See if you can straighten a little. Don't drop it. Bend and switch. Right leg and left leg. And then maybe see if you can do right leg, no hands, and left leg, no hands. Maybe both legs, no hands. 1 more time, maybe both legs, no hands. Woo, hold it there. Grab your legs, roll to lay on your back. Give your knees a little hug into your chest, a little rock side to side. Nice work, guys. Oh, all right. Let's do some sideline legs. So you're gonna lay on one side. Let's see. You can have your head propped up like this. You could lay your head on your arm. You could do pillow under your head. And let's start with your top leg straight out. I like my bottom leg bent. You can always have your bottom leg straight. It's just whatever's comfiest on your hips. And you'll keep that top leg straight, lift and lower, lift and lower. Keeping your hips stacked as you do this so that as you lift your leg, your top hip doesn't hike towards your head, right? You're gonna keep a little lift through that bottom waist so that you're not letting the movement come from your waist. You're making it come from the side of your butt. So lift the leg and lower the leg. Lift the leg and lower. We've got 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there. Inhale, kick your leg forward. Exhale, sweep your leg back. Inhale, flex, kick it forward. Sweep, pull it back. Flex it forward. Point as you pull it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. We've got 3, back, and 2, back, and 1, and back. Lower the leg down. You can give it a little rest there. This is my leg resting. All right, you're gonna bring your top leg up in line with your hip joints again, and we'll do a little circle here. So keeping the hips stacked, Circle your top leg in a little circle around your hip, your sit bone. So you're making sure to get it behind and above that sit bone. Last time in this direction, and then switch back, up and around, or whichever way is the opposite of what you were doing. 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Take your leg forward into an L shape and then just let it drop towards the floor for a quick little break. And then realign yourself if you kind of relax like I did. And you'll keep everything stacked. You're just gonna float, excuse me, your top leg up a few inches and lower. Float it up a few inches and lower. Up a few inches and lower. Up and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Drop it down. Bend your top leg to stack above your bottom leg so you're in a tabletop. Slide your whole legs back a little bit so you've got less than a 45-degree angle in your hips. And we'll do some clamshells here. Clamshell the top knee open and back down. Clamshell it open and back down. Open and down. Keep your hips stacked as you do this, right? So that your hips don't rotate towards the ceiling. You're still using that side butt to pull the knee up versus your waist to rotate your pelvis, right? The pelvis stays stable. 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Whew. Drop it down. And then we'll do a little internal rotation. Internal, external, and then internal. So clamshell the top knee open, and then you'll internally rotate, tap your knees. Externally rotate, tap your feet. Internally rotate, tap your knees. We'll go 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Now hold it in that internal rotation. Reach your leg up and back. Oof. Bring your knees back to tap. Reach it up and back. Bring your knees back to tap. 3 more in that internal rotation. 2 more. And 1 more. Oh. Reach it up, hold it there, tiny circle, 4, 3, so hard, 2, 1, reverse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Drop your leg down. You guys can kick your leg forward again in that L shape, this time for a little stretch with an option to rotate open towards the ceiling. I know I'm gonna get to the other side and regret doing so many things on that first side. Oh, okay. Not totally ready for the other side, but I don't think I ever will be, so let's go for it. All right. Oh, it's already sore. So do whatever was comfy with your head last time. I'm just checking to see that legs are in here. You'll stretch that top leg straight out, hips stacked, and then lift and lower your top leg. Lift and lower, keeping the hips stacked, right, so that your hip does not hike towards your shoulders as you lift and lower your leg, moving it from the side of your butt. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, kick it forward. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, kick the leg forward. Exhale, sweep it back. You can flex as you kick forward, point as you sweep it back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Keeping the hips from rolling front or back. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Oh, drop your leg down, give it a little rest. And lift your top leg up, we'll do those circles next. So a little circle around your sitting bone. 3, 2, and 1, and then switch directions. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, kick your leg forward. Oh, you're in your L shape here. Just giving it a quick little breath of air. And then restack everything, hips stacked. And you're gonna float your top leg up and down, up and down. We've got 3, 2, 1. Is that how many I did last time? 5? Yeah? Okay, drop your leg down. All right, stack your top legs. Sweep them back. Thanks, Mom. She's still helping me out. Still at 32, helping me with work. I love it. All right. I'm also helping her get in shape. Her knees and stuff have been feeling a little better, right, Mom? Thanks. All right, so clamshell the top knee open and back down. Clamshell it open and back down. Keeping hips stacked again. Oh, still feeling that side butt. Working to lift the knee up. Ooh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we've got internal, external. So you're gonna start by clamshelling, top knee open, knees together, feet apart. Externally rotate, internally rotate. Externally rotate, internally rotate. 3, 2, and 1. And then, internally rotate. Reach it up and back. Bend it back in. Kick it up and back. Bend it back in. Up and back. Tap it back in. Up and back. Tap it in. You've got 2 more. And 1 more. Hold it there. Little circle here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, kick it forward, drop it down. And again, you guys can take that optional twist towards the ceiling here. All right, let's take a figure 4 stretch one more time. So from here, you guys can roll onto your back. Flex one foot once more, and then cross just above that ankle over your opposite thigh. You can grab behind your non-stretching thigh to give that abductor, those abductors, a little deeper stretch. It's your side butt. Oh. Let's take a couple more breaths on that side. And then you guys can switch legs. Oh, boy. Again, making sure to keep your foot flexed. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath there while I have a couple sips of tea. You guys can uncross your legs and then roll to one side to come on up. We're gonna do a little bit of back extension, a little posture work to finish out. So you guys can lay on your stomach. Let's make sure you've got space to have your arms stretched out ahead of you like this in a wide V. Oh. Oh, and then we'll just take a nap here. So let's do, start with your arms back by your side first. I'm gonna have my head up so I can talk to you guys, but you guys will start with your chins knotted and your foreheads down on your floor or on your mat. Then from here, reach your legs long, press the top of your feet into the floor with your feet pointed. Now roll your shoulders away from ears as you stretch your arms a little longer, like you're trying to reach your fingertips towards your toes. Then you're gonna pick your head up off the floor, pick your gaze up straight ahead, start to lift your chest. Now keep your chest lifted, reach your arms longer as you hover them away from the floor. And then lower it all down, nod your chin. Again, pick up your gaze. Reach your chest out and up. Reach your arms longer as you lift them up. And then lower it all down, nod your chin. Again, pick up your head. Pick up your gaze. Lift your chest. Now lift your arms, hold the arms there, pump your arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep them lifted, sweep them out to a wide V. Keep your chest lifted. Lower your chest down, lower the arms, nod your chin. All right, and again, lift your gaze, lift your head and chest. Pick up the gaze, pick up the head and chest. And then you'll hold it there, lift your opposite arm and leg, set it down. Other opposite arm and leg, and down. Opposite arm and leg, and down. Other opposite arm and leg, and down. 2 more each way like that, keeping the rest of your body as still as you can. Last time each way. And then hold it there, lift all of the limbs, and you're gonna flutter for 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, lower down. Nice job, guys. You guys can give your hips a little release, just rolling them side to side. Rest your head however it's most comfortable. You can do head on your palms, head on the floor. And then if it's okay on knees, you're gonna bend your knees with your knees wide and then just sway the legs and feet side to side for just a little deeper low back release. Oh. And then you can relax your legs, set them down, plant your palms on the mat, press yourself up, walk your knees and your hands in towards each other. And then you're gonna press back, coming into this little pill bug position, eventually to come into a forward fold. So you're gonna make your knees as straight as you comfortably can, coming into this released back position. Oh, this was great. You guys can do a little head nod, gentle head nod, yes and no, or you can sway side to side, front and back with elbows clasped. And then still whatever movement you're doing, just dropping the arms down, letting the neck release. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, start to roll to stand, peeling your spine up, starting at the hips, low back, ribs, shoulders, neck, and head. Once you're up, give your shoulders a little roll out. And as you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, lower the arms, let your shoulders soften away from ears. And you guys are all done. Oh, something happened. Something did happen. I'm guessing that my, I think that just happened because I saw myself rolling up, but I think my, my phone just died maybe. Oh, the battery went up.